Take your business full-time with just 3 clients per month. Yes, it is exactly what is in the title. Now, I feel especially in 2021, with everything happening around the world, more people than ever before are looking at how they can create some security, build a legit business, and be able to have enough income that they can do it full time. There's so many people who are great at what they do, but they might not be having huge success in selling what they do. And that's what this video is all about, is how you can be the go-to expert within your industry, how you don't need to be a social media like hashtag influencer. And I think there is a big misconception of that you need to have 100,000 followers, or you need to be making $100,000 a month, or you need to do these £1 million launches. And to be honest with you, that is some of the worst advice out there ever. What you want to be doing is ensuring you run a legit business with the foundations in place and making a difference in the life of your client, and ensuring that you earn a great income along the way. At least that's my experience and my thoughts on this whole topic. So speaking of today's video, it's a little bit different. I'm going to take you into a slideshow now, and we're going to check that out, and I'll see you on the other side. Take your business full-time with just 3 clients per month. For today, as you can tell, I want to do a little bit of a different video for you, and have this presentation, because sometimes it's good just to get into the content. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Feel free to comment below, let me know your thoughts and all that good stuff. So this is what most professionals feel. They feel like they're chasing the next sale, and this is even if they're doing it full time. So you're not alone, by the way. If you feel that I can't get my business started, or I want to be a consultant or personal trainer or coach, or I'm a beauty therapist, how do I take this into a full-time gig? And then where do I even begin? And well, the first thing to know is that 95% of people that are doing the work that you may want to do are feeling this way. Like literally, so just putting it out there, they're chasing the next sale, they are hoping the next client will buy, the kind of fingers crossed strategy, not sure what works or where to begin. And on top of that, feels the idea of success as elusive and for others, but not for them. So here's the good news, is that if you haven't even started your business yet, this is how most people feel, although that might seem like bad news. But what we're trying to establish here is to lay down the right foundations in the first place. But it really doesn't matter if you've been in business for a long time. What I'm sharing with you now is going to help you to shift into a place where you can have high value clients, giving kind of away what I'm talking about today, and yeah, being able to serve them on a deep level as well. This is the ultimate conflict, though, that stops us having the right sales mentality. So just to share this, right? The chances are you want to help people. That's why most people get into business. I mean, some, of course, we get into business, going to make some money along the way, but I'm assuming that you actually want to help people, especially if you're a service provider and you've got some kind of solution that makes your clients' lives better. That'd be pretty cool, right? So you want to help people, but you don't want to sell to them. And what a lot of the time we don't realize, and I'll flesh this out a little bit in today's video, is that we so unconsciously sabotage our own success, which is not a great place to be. You want to be selling with calm, with certainty and ease. In fact, where you could be, will be on the next slide here. Calm and certainty, you want to be interviewing your next client. And what I mean by that is that you are really maintaining that power in the conversation. That sounds like a negative, but it's actually not, because you want to control the pitch and pace of the conversation. And you want to ensure that the client is interviewing you, or the prospect isn't interviewing you, because as soon as they start interviewing you, they get all the power. I've got other videos here on my channel about that in more depth. You're delivering on a proven sales system that works specifically for your business. This is what I talk about in all my videos, is that got to make sure that you get everything into a simple system from the time that somebody hears about you to your message landing directly with them. Well, first gets their attention, gains their interest, evokes their emotion in a positive way, and then increases their awareness. But that's for a marketing video another time. It'd be great if you could become the proven and trusted expert within your field, and also that you have confidence and clarity. These are the emotions we should be aiming for, 100%. But unfortunately, what we do is we end up with this kind of conflict. Like, I want to help people, but I don't want to sell to them, so I'm going to sabotage it. We're going to eliminate that in this video. That's right, in this video alone. So moving on. So you should aim to be the best at your craft. You should do the work and stand out in your industry. You should think and act like the winner you are as an individual and business. You shouldn't listen to the doubters and the majority. You should be bold and fearless. Just some like hoo-ha type things in there to get you motivated and on point. But I've mentioned already, you do need a sales mentality in order for this to work successfully. And as I've already alluded to, most people feel guilty for selling at a high price, where the opposite is true. Now, to go into more depth with this, just very quickly, I'll give you the executive summary, which is that when you sell at a higher price, your client will thank you for it, because you're actually helping them to solve the problem properly. Where we sell a low price, there's not anything wrong with selling at a lower price, but we want to be avoiding that where we can, in terms of your main product. Your main product, and what I'm sharing with you today, and it'll make perfect sense, actually wants to make a significant shift or transformation in your client's life. Therefore, you want to be selling at a higher level. So this means we've got to overcome the personal things. And this is what I would talk about, sales mentality. We all have a financial thermostat. And if I was to say to you, well, how do you feel selling something at £100? Most people, maybe not you, but most people would say, well, they feel really comfortable. What about £500? Oh, not too bad. £1,000 or dollars, or not sure. And you get it goes all the way up to £10,000. That's impossible. To extreme danger of £50,000. Like, we have this safety mechanism within our mind, and all of the money mindset, all of that does matter. And I'm a big fan of working on your money mindset. So if your financial thermostat is set like this, it can be extremely difficult to make those big sales and to really help people in the way that you want. Because what I'm going to be sharing with you today, I want you to be selling at least £1,000 to £3,000 or dollars. And that's how you're going to have your 3 clients per month, and that's how you're going to run your business full time. And it will make sense that no matter what you do, as long as you provide some kind of transformation for your client, that it doesn't matter what industry you're in, you're going to be able to help them, and you're going to be able to make this income as well along the way. So what we want to be able to do is do the work to eliminate these financial limitations with our thermostat, and then realize that, well, it doesn't matter if I'm selling at £100, no problem, or £1,000 helping my client. Well, £5,000, yeah, no problem. £10,000, yeah, best feeling, £50,000 excited. And I'm not even going to take you all the way up that thermostat today. I'm just going to, like I say, we're looking between £1,000 to £3,000 or dollars. So going in more depth on why this keeps us stuck is that we become a walking contradiction, saying you want to help people, but you also don't want to sell to them, which we've discussed already. You now sell from your money belief and limitations, and not from your client's desire to reach their goal. And that becomes an issue, because what you're doing is you're making you don't mean to, but you put your money belief as more important than their result that they're trying to achieve, which becomes really interesting. You start to think it's all about the money, and this is why a lot of people end up with negative kind of mindset around money. You subconsciously behave in a way that gets your clients to say no, and this only reinforces the beliefs that people don't buy and you don't like sales. Yes, believe it or not, we are a species that wants to prove ourselves right, and if we say we can't sell, we will go out there and sell the fact that we can't sell, and that is not a great way to sell your product or service, because we'd just be proving that we can't sell through our behaviors all day long. And then ultimately your sales is slowly dismantled. So we'll illustrate this. When you say you can't sell, we get a sales feedback loop. You subconsciously act in a way that gets your clients to say no. Yes, you do. This happened. It oozes out of you. It comes across in your micro facial expressions, your body language, your tonality of voice, everything. Which then, when your clients say no, it actually reinforces your belief that you can't sell. And then you condition your overall thoughts and feelings to hate selling. And then that only confirms that you say you can't sell. And then you subconsciously act in a stronger way that gets your clients to say no, reinforces your beliefs, and this just keeps getting faster and faster and faster until you get this, like, I'm never going to do sales again. So what we want to be able to do is we want to be able to empower ourselves to say, you know what, I can do this, I can sell. Even the art of saying I can't sell is selling the fact that I can't sell, because it's persuasion, isn't it? You're persuading yourself and you're persuading others. And in order to influence others, you must start by influencing yourself. If you wake up in the morning and say, I can't do this, I can't sell, then ultimately you're going to prove that right in the afternoon. However, and I'm not asking you to do affirmations in the mirror, this isn't about that, okay? This is just some deeper psychology on the basics. And I believe it's the basics where we never fail on the advanced. It's always something on the basics. So if we look at this and say, right, well, I can sell, then we start to learn and commit to a better way to sell, which is great. And then we learn sales from every angle, from every conversation, constantly gaining feedback to improve. When we get that feedback, we condition bulletproof confidence and reach a place of conviction and calm with the client. And that continues around. You're like, yeah, I can sell, and it proves the point. And as you can see, we end up in a much better sales feedback loop. Every bit of your confidence and certainty with sales is not so much about skills. It's about getting yourself in an ascending sales pattern. Here's a descending one.
Okay, so over a period of time, if you're in that initial loop that I showed you, obviously your confidence is going to decrease over time. If you're in an ascending sales pattern, wonderful. Then you're going to be increasing and in your confidence and being able to sell your expertise, your service, or your solution, reaching a place where it just becomes fun to do, which is fantastic. So the good news, your client pays for an outcome, not for your thermostat. So when I showed you the thermostat, they're not paying for that. They're not paying for your beliefs about money. They're paying for you to bring them a result, and they're paying for the great work that you'll do with them. And also as well, people buy from people who have their shit together. And you don't need to have your shit together in every part of life, but you certainly want to have it together in the area that you help people. And that certainly that includes how you do your consultation, it includes how you come across when you ask for the sale. And someone who is an expert, a true expert in what they do, and someone you would trust to probably give the money to, they will not stumble over price. They will not stutter over, oh, maybe it's this much or that much. You get the idea. Now, how do you do this? Okay, so I'm going to share this really quickly with you, but I go in depth on this training. But this is just to get you the grey matter going and the wheels turning. Always sell the transformation over the transaction. Most people are focused on the transaction, making the next sale. Well, what you want to be doing is focusing purely on what is the ultimate transformation that I can create for my client. Well, what does that mean? Right, well, let's fly through this list. Transaction focuses on the product or service. So now you're focused on the thing you're selling. You're not actually focused on the client. Need to rely heavily on features and benefits, which nobody really buys on anymore. Only offers a part solution to the problem, because now you're just selling, let's say for example, you're a beauty therapist and you sell a cream or moisturizer or toner, right? If you're focused only on the product, you're focused on the cream, you're focused on the box, and how much is a box actually worth? Well, 20 quid, nothing. Whereas if you're focused on skin transformation, well, how much is that worth? We'll talk about that in a minute. So the client needs to be ready to buy. So they're probably going to buy anyways. If they do buy just the product from you, oh yeah, I'll buy that from you. Okay, great, done. And the price becomes based upon competition. So now you're comparing yourself to all your other people that do what you do, and other businesses in your community. Client buys the product, not the outcome. And the product is never as valuable as the outcome. In fact, the product isn't really worth anything. It's the outcome that's worth everything to the client. Nobody cares about the product. Your clients don't care about the product. They care about what the product will do for them. So this is why what I teach, I'm very passionate about, is transformation. So the focus is on the ultimate result your product or service can provide. It's much easier for your client to understand because they are buying their goal or vision. If I say to you, hey, I'll sell you some sales training, you say, okay, great. That sounds interesting. And I start talking about the sales training. Do you really care? No. But if I say to you, okay, what's your ultimate goal you want to achieve in business and life within the next 12 months? And you tell me, well, I want to achieve this and this and this. Okay, so that's your vision. And you have a business idea that's going to help you to get there. Yes, I do. Okay, so what steps have you been putting in place for that? I've been doing this and this and this. So if you could achieve that over the next 12 months, how would that feel? Oh, amazing. Do you see where we're going? So we're focusing on your goal. We're not focusing on that I've got this amazing sales training. It offers the full solution to solve a problem, which people actually want. They don't want a part solution. They want to solve the problem. Price becomes based upon client motivation and desire to reach the goal, not based upon a financial thermostat. The client buys the outcome, which will always be more valuable than the product. So if you had a sneak peek at the next slide, it just went over there. So personal training, how much is personal training worth? 20 to 250 quid an hour, like £250 if you're a great PT, right? But the problem is, even if you sell at £250 an hour and you're just selling hourly rates, you're not going to work every hour. And then you've got to chase the next hourly client. And you say, well, Pete, I can sell a package. No, because a package is the same thing, just wrapped up in a different way. I don't want you to sell a package of 10 or a package of 25 PT sessions. We go into transformation. What is the body transformation worth? How much would you pay for personal training yourself? But how much would you pay for body transformation? You see, here we're looking at what? This just estimates 2 grand to 12 grand. Yeah, I've met personal trainers who charge 25 grand for the year. That's not bad. Consulting, yeah, sure enough, a consultant can charge £250 if they're just starting out, to 3 grand a day, maybe more. But still, are you going to work every day at that rate? No. And do you want to be chasing your next consulting client? Where if you focus on business transformation, you can generally charge 5k if you're working with small businesses. These are examples. Say 2 million if you're making that massive difference in the life of them, right? So in their business, So it becomes huge. So focus on that transformation. Focus on the outcome. Coaching, £35 to £250 per session, but life transformation, you can fill in what specific part of their life, because you've got to sell tangibles. You can't just sell life transformation. 2k to 25k.
Beauty treatment is £25 to £150 per hourly treatment, I guess. I'm not really sure. But skin transformation, 1K to 8K. And I've seen this before with all of these. By the way, I'm not just throwing these numbers out to you. Everything here, I've either done it myself in my own business, or I've helped somebody in that industry achieve these kind of results. And it happens time and time and time again. It's just focusing on the right thing. And if you take an online training course, well, how much is an online training course? Well, it's free to like $997, which everyone seems to sell at. But if you sell the transformation, well, you name the investment. If you say, look, I'm not just going to sell you a course, I'm going to sell you transformation in this particular area of your life or your business. Now that's where the value comes in. So the idea here is to step up and be a beast when it comes to sales in a positive way, and to be able to make a true change in the life of your customer. And that's what I want to share in today's YouTube video with you. But you can be like this guy right here. So there you go. That is how you can help your clients on a transformational level. And legitimately, if you're selling your solution at £1,000 to say £3,000, that means with just 3 clients, you can earn anything from £3,000 to £9,000 per month. Not to mention, if you sell to companies, if you're a consultant and you solve a specific problem, you can earn exponentially more. But let's be real in this video. What difference will it make in your life if you can help 3 clients a month and they're paying you, say, £2,000 and you're earning £6,000 per month, or your business is turning over £6,000 and you're able to pay yourself a good wage or a good dividend from that amount. So that's my video for today. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, what are you waiting for? You made it here. Hit the subscribe button. Let me know your comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.